Hi guys, I've got a great update for you. I had a fantastic site visit with you not too long ago, and we've gotten the civil survey in, the topographic survey, and I know the arborist report is underway for these two big trees here at the front of the property. But I think what we've got here in response to that new information, plus your feedback on the previous design, is another excellent design. So the first things first, if we look at this sheet, the first thing you'll notice is that we have flipped the site plan top to bottom. So now we've got your front street down here at the bottom, and your alleyway is here at the top of the page. So north now points down, and your southern sunny yard is here at the top of the page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in to the ground floor here. And let's say we parked at the front. Maybe we widen the existing concrete area shown here. This line here is the existing concrete. Maybe we widen that out a little bit. This is just placeholder for now. But conceptually, maybe it's a little bit more room to get two cars parked at the front if you wanted. And then paths that lead to a path centered between the front porch columns, and then a branching path that leads to the sidewalk but splits these two trees right in half. So you walk towards the sidewalk, you're right underneath this existing sort of gateway feature between these two trees. I think that's pretty great. I'm really happy with this. I don't know about this. I'd like to hear your feedback. I think the one parking space is sufficient. We can just continue this path here, but let me know what you think. So the house at the front has gotten a bit narrower because of the existence of these really big and beautiful 30-inch and 20-inch oak trees. Assuming that the arborist is going to say, as is fairly standard, that we'll need about a 10 times the diameter um, clear space for the tree protection zone. I think what I'm showing here encroaches a little bit into it, but manageably so. I think the arborist and the city arborist would be able to get behind a design that shows encroachment into the tree protection zone here and here, and especially down in the basement as well. That's really kind of critical, but I think it should be okay, or at least I hope it will be. Okay. So, the house is considerably narrower, or we've lost this square footage, but by setting aside square footage to the JADU and stretching the house out towards the rear yard, we have picked up a significant amount of square footage. Our rear yard is just a hair over 42 feet from the back steps of this below grade patio, 42 feet to the rear property line at the alley. But again, we're looking at a significant boost to the square footage here. So looking at the square footage, zooming in, we've got 1921 square feet, including the garage, but excluding the junior ADU, which is 398 square feet. Uh, that's a lot of square footage on the ground floor. The second floor is larger too, a little bit at 1289 square feet. And, because we exclude the junior ADU square footage from FAR, we've still got a little bit of FAR square footage left over, 35 square feet. We could certainly find room for that if you want, but again, the house is as wide as it could be. I think we're going to be looking at eating into backyard space the more we stretch, but 35 square feet wouldn't be too much. We could certainly find room for that. But the basement's a lot bigger. The basement's a lot bigger than it was before because of building under some ADU space and also taking advantage of the 100 square foot and 50 square foot bonus basement space we're allowed to build under covered porches or entry porches. But anyways, we'll come more onto that design later. So let's get back to the design now. So we come in, and just like we did before, though narrower, we still have a living room and another bedroom flanking the front entry door, with a full width wraparound porch right at the front. So this should feel very familiar, and really quite right to you. Although we've omitted a light well that was previously here, we certainly don't want to have any additional light wells encroaching into this tree protection zone. So for the main house, we come in and there's a large display wall here underneath this open space that's 2 stories tall. To be honest, it's starting to feel, a bit small in square footage, but we've got to get into these bedrooms somehow, and I don't want to give up too much closet space. When we go upstairs, if we omit this hallway storage and take away about 3.5 feet of closet space this way, we could move this door up. Same with this bedroom here. We could move this door up and significantly open up this uh, open to below space. And you know, saying it, I kind of feel like that's what we need to do. I think we need to say goodbye to uh, this closet, narrow this up some. This is a lot of closet space, anyways. And this doesn't need to be a step-in, walk-in closet. This could just be a hall closet. And again, let's shift this door up, open up this 2 story tall space here. So, anyways, we come into this two story tall space with the living room right here that would overlook either a rail or perhaps a built-in bookshelf that's at least 42 inches tall to act as a guardrail. This would be stairs going up to the second floor and stairs going down to the basement. We passed a small coat closet here, as well as a built-in bench area or a bench with storage above, or maybe this is some display, but it's centered on the stair area, so I really like this position for some sort of cabinetry or casework. So let's talk about what that could be. And then we're seeing a little bit of a laundry chute right here, but that's drywalled in. There could be access for the laundry chute here uh, at the junior ADU as well, but let's continue past that for now. Uh, I know we've talked about the dining room here having an open sort of a bookcase that went floor to ceiling that acted as a barrier but wasn't completely solid that we could even walk through or under. I love that idea here. I wonder how much of these walls here have to be full height. I think it makes all the sense in the world for this wall here to be full height, although I think looking at this, I'd like the wall to be fatter. Should be that same thickness right here. But this wall, again, we've got stairs that go uh, up to the second floor. So maybe this doesn't want to be too open, but I think we could play around with what this wants to look like when we start looking at the 3D model. But let's keep in mind how open this wall could be as well. So there is a door here to the junior ADU, but I want to come back to this space later. So we're just going to continue past that. And we have the option there to go to the dining room, or if we look to the right, there'd be a little bit more built-in cabinetry here, and also a door leading into the powder room. Past that is the very open great room. This has gotten a lot larger than it was before. The kitchen is showing the flanking dishwashers at the sink with the 48-inch wide cooktop adjacent to it, with about 24 inches adjacent to that for drawers or a trash pullout. Although I think this spot here underneath the cooktop might be an ideal trash pullout location, right adjacent to where a lot of prep would be happening, and maybe some burnt stuff gets thrown out. right here. And here, like you requested, we've got one wall oven unit, but that's installed below the countertop, below this cooktop unit. So there could be two separate appliances, but installed adjacent to each other. So this cooktop appliance with either drawers right here or a trash pull-out area, oven here, and then more drawers or the trash pull-out area here. I really like trash being near the cooktop and the sink. I think that's great. This would be another good spot for trash where it's just sort of right behind you, also adjacent to your side-by-side fridge and freezer columns. Um, but again, I love the idea of this island with uh, this ultra compact uh, work triangle, uninterrupted, very tight, very efficient, but then there's plenty of overflow. We've got another uh, wall oven right here with storage above and below. We've got a full height pantry that when we open it up, we see inside on a shelf a microwave. We've got over here across this full height wall, we see an appliance garage over here where when we roll that up, the appliances can just pull out or roll out right here onto this open space. And then we've got what I hope would be one of those magic doors you're looking for, where it just looks like it's more full height cabinetry, but you push on it and it opens into the overflow pantry or the walk through pantry with cabinets above and below, with another overflow fridge here, a little more cabinetry right here, but then a door that leads into your mudroom directly connected to the garage and out the side door of the garage. I think this is great. This should feel quite familiar. So because we are 2 feet high, 2 feet higher above than the ground below us, we'll, I think, step out onto a relatively smaller landing here, and then take a step down to the dining patio, and then another step down perhaps to the open to above outdoor kitchen. But then we can turn the corner here and take the stairs down to the below grade light well. But more on that later because again, we're gonna go back inside and head upstairs to the second floor. Upstairs should be really familiar. We've got the two bedrooms here that we've already kind of talked about and the revisions I'm going to show you on the PDF I actually send you. But we've got the laundry chute right here because we don't have any laundry room upstairs now except for the compact stacked washer dryer here in the master closet. But the laundry chute here is very convenient for everyone. It's right adjacent to the kids' bathroom and the bedroom here. So everyone's laundry will just go down this chute right here, adjacent to this little built-in, and land right down in the downstairs laundry room. And it's a really large workhorse of a space. So let's come back to this later. Let's stick with the second floor. This should all feel very familiar, but because we got that square footage boost by going with the junior ADU, some of that has been added to the master bathroom and a little bit to the master closet because I did think that the bathroom felt a smidge tight. So, I haven't added anything, right? We still have the 8 foot side by side vanity. The shower's about the same size, but this built in storage has stretched. It's twice as wide now. And the tub now, instead of being aligned this way, the tub now aligns this way, allowing for an opportunity for there to be a lot of light, perhaps a big window here. That when you're standing here and you open the door, you see out, you see a little table, a little set of chairs here. I think this could be a great wall of glass here at your uncovered balcony. Okay, so let's head, again, this should all feel quite familiar. We talked about the pass-through closet the pass-through cabinets to get into your actual walk-in closet. But I'd love any feedback, especially for the changes that we talked about here, which again you'll see in the PDF I send you. So now let's head downstairs to the basement. So the basement has some significant changes to it, but I'm really happy with it. The changes are both related to the changes you asked for, as well as changes that came about because of the tree protection zones for these two trees here um, at grade, and the fact that Palo Alto does not allow the basement to protrude beyond the footprint of the ground floor above, except you are allowed to fill in underneath a covered patio area, but by no more than 100 square feet and 50 square feet maximum. And that's exactly what I've done here. I've stretched this right to about 50 square feet, and this one is just kissing 100 square feet. But anyways, let's get to the layout of the home, or the layout of the basement. So we come downstairs, and you know, because I can't get a good light well over here anymore, I can't have any egress bedrooms or guest suites on this side of the home anymore. So now the guest suite is over on the other side of the basement with that really great corner light well situation where there's a sliding glass door opening out here and perhaps a casement window that opens onto this ultra long light well here. But it's going to be really nice to be in a basement space and get light coming in at a corner opportunity. And this is a really nice guest suite. You know, they've got a decent sized walk-in closet, an ample sized um, ensuite bathroom with a very long, luxurious single sink countertop. Um, but this is great, you know, right at the bottom of the steps. It's very private, very secluded. Stepping back out into the enclosed vestibule of the basement, we also have access to that really large laundry area. I think there's probably some other uses that could be there's other things that could be done down here. Like this could be a bit of a craft space. It could have, I think I've seen gift wrap stations along here, or it could just be a lot of storage. But either way, we have a laundry chute that would dump clothing down onto a countertop space right here. Uh, and we could also have a sink, washer, dryer, but we also have a small, but we do have access to a natural light well for this laundry space. So it's certainly a small amount of light given the size of the room and the depth, but I'll take it. You know, I think I expect to hear you say that this is a bit oversized. Perhaps, um, perhaps. But this is really, you know, looking at the other floors above, it seems like the best spot for the laundry chute. So, you know, if we get rid of the laundry chute as a criteria, then we can compact the laundry room a little bit and have a little bit more of perhaps hallway storage back along here that you walk past to get into the laundry room. But regardless, I love the fact that the laundry room has access to natural light and gives us access to a small utility room. So finally getting to the rec room proper, we would come through the rec room or come through this door here that can be closed to keep the very enlarged rec room space quiet from the rest of the house. But we've got a larger bar area with that really cool storage idea built under the stairs for half of the depth, or half of the width, I should say, of the stairs. And this bar area and this small seating area is all quite nicely uh, daylit. And I'm really excited about that. We've got a little corner light coming in here to this enlarged seating area. The sports area and the dining area also have corner glass. I'm really excited about this basement lighting, natural lighting. I think it's going to be really fantastic. I have found a different spot for the either the home theater or the music room. So I'm showing a bit of overlapping furniture here just to give you a sense for the scale of the room. I really like that the music room would have access to natural light and a lot of it. But I'm not concerned. If this is going to be a home theater, this could very easily be curtained off with some velvet curtains that run all the way across the window to keep the room pitch black. So no worries there. But given the geometry of having walls and retaining walls stacked in Palo Alto, there's a little opportunity here to fit in a snack bar. So I think that'd be a great addition to have inside the home theater, or the snack bar could certainly be turned into some sheet music storage. So, stepping out of the home theater, there's a small hallway that leads to a full bathroom with another extra wide vanity. And this bathroom also has access to this light well for uh, access to natural light. So, it's going to be nicely daylit when you enter this space. I can't say how happy I am about that. These one, two, three spaces all having access and utility from this light wall. It makes me really, really happy. This bathroom also opens up directly into the gym slash flex room. And I'm showing right now that the flex room could have perhaps just as simple as a set of sliding glass doors that could open with a 6 foot wide pass through, but what feels like a 12-foot wide look through. Um, or perhaps I've missed the mark here and we want to go with a more solid wall between the flex room and the rest of the rec room. But we could talk about that. But this rec room also benefits from having light coming in from two sides because now definitely we're going to have a window for the rec room in this L-shaped below grade patio. But of course, it's also got its own step out light well, which would be very important for a gym space. Step out and cool off, or ramp it up. I don't know. I don't know your gym preferences yet, do I? But what I'm showing here is a little bit of a dashed in for what this would look like if it had a Murphy bed built along this wall. And if we did a Murphy bed along this wall, I would suggest that the cabinet doors on the other side and that the bottom of the bed could be clad in mirrors so that you get that reflective gym surface that you need. This corner and this corner, it's quite glassy so that this dining table space can really just sort of flow out into this below grade space. And I'd like to make sure that we also get a very convenient hinged swinging door right here, just so that, this is where people are going to come down to the bottom of the stairs. And I expect that this is going to be a circulation corridor that we're going to want to take advantage of. So this should be probably a very easy to operate access door right here. While the rest of this could be either very glassy or perhaps some sort of accordion door system might be appropriate. We'll see when we start the 3D modeling. We do have to go back upstairs to talk about the JADU. So let's head upstairs, and Palo Alto does require that a JADU has a direct egress to a side yard. So I'm showing that here in the bedroom area. But the JADU Unlike an ADU, the JADU is allowed to have a door that also opens up into the main home. So whomever is staying here in the JADU, whether it be a mother or a nanny, they would have easy access to the rest of the home. But in the JADU, they now have themselves a full kitchen. This is a little bit more than is necessary, given that I thought, if it's going to be your mom living here, perhaps she's going to want a little bit more counter space than what's strictly necessary by Palo Alto standards. But, it's still a pretty small kitchen, to be honest with you. But there's a little bit of a seating area here, a storage closet that could be wider if we didn't have the laundry chute, but I know how exciting the laundry chute is. So, it's still a good 2 foot wide full height storage closet here. The same oversized shower for their bathroom. And then the bedroom is about the same size. We've got a pretty decent amount of wall closet here, but we could give a little bit more wall closet to the uh, ADU at expense of the coat closet, of course. So let me know what you think about the JADU, but it's nice. The JADU is going to step out onto a small 3 foot deep side porch here with a fantastic view of these two oaks. I'm really excited about this. I think this is going to be a very fantastic craftsman home for you. I can't wait to hear your guys' feedback. Thank you so much.